Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to part 2 of the coffee shop. So this part is when stuff really gets good and it starts to actually transform into the coffee shop that it is. So let's get into the build. So first I'm gonna be picking out the wall color, and I wanted to be pretty neutral since I wanted the pop of color to be blue, but I didn't want blue walls. I add blue in other parts of the build, as you saw outside with the rug and a few other things. That's kind of the little splash of color that I wanted to add in here. But most of it is black, white, gray, and some like wood tones. So for the counters though, I wanted to keep it like, again, very neutral. So I went with this tan color with a white countertop, and I made like a Z shape so that there was enough room back there for whoever's working behind the counter to be making all the drinks. I put some espresso makers right there, so there's just kind of a little area for the coffee to be made, a tea maker, and just some other stuff that I'm about to put in. But I also wanted there to be enough room right next to the counter, like with the window going out to the patio area, that there was enough room next to that so that like someone could be working on, you know, the side where they are like checking people out, and then there's also somebody where they're making the drinks and someone at the window. So enough space for everybody to be working there. So I do add like this blue half wall in the back, which I just love it. I think I changed it to a different blue, and so it's not like as, I think I just change it like slightly, but it does like stay very vibrant still. And I really like how that just like, I keep saying like, sorry guys, but I like how it just centers the room on that one section because the menu is going to go above that. And so it kind of just draws your eye into where you're going to order the drink, which is on that little section of the Z counter in front of that blue wall. So here I found this really cool coffee menu that has just like all the coffee that they would offer on it, and the prices, and they could change it out if they wanted to change some stuff, and it was really cool. And I also love the mugs right next to it, so whoever is making the drinks can just grab a mug while they're making their orders. And it is also next to the window for the patio area, so I felt like it was just kind of a good spot to put them in between those two sections. And I just wanted to put another table back there for more storage. I thought I wanted to put a shelf in there, but I felt like I think I just leave it open. Oh yeah, I put a trash can. Forgot. But I feel like everyone like in the restaurant industry knows like you need trash cans almost everywhere. So I just put a big one right in the middle so that everyone can use it. But I'm just kind of switching some stuff outside, it seems like, but I do go straight back to this counter area. So I just wanted to add some clutter to this shelf that probably holds their like ingredients for the coffee, like extra storage containers, that kind of stuff. And then on the other side of the counter is kind of where you pick up the drinks and also where some of the pastries will be. And I wanted there to be a little water station over there, so that a lot of times coffee shops just have a water station out so that they don't have to get it for people. Because if you're there for a while, you know, and you have coffee, you probably want water. So I kind of let that be self-serve while the rest of like the coffee stuff is behind the counter. So these are just kind of like the stuff that helps them make the coffee. So the coffee grinder, maybe that big jar has some another ingredient that they're to make coffee in it, you know, stuff like that. So I just went way out there. Anyways, gotta recenter myself. But it looks like I'm changing some stuff outside, just some colors. Because at this point I had decided that I wanted blue to be my main like pop of color, so I went outside and kind of changed some of the stuff out there to be blue as well, and then added the actual like coffee shop menu, like the big one, I guess, for the pastries, the bakery, like extra tea items, whatever is not on the other board would be on that one. And that one is like the same as outside, so it's kind of cohesive to the outside, you know, area as well. But I did add an apron and some other clutter on the counters, just stuff that you would find in a coffee shop. I have the tips jar and a please order here sign. And then that little extra chalkboard over there I felt like would be a good board for events coming up, or even like specials of the week for coffee. A lot of coffee shops do that for like seasons or monthly, have different things that aren't on their normal menu. So that was kind of my inspiration for what that chalkboard board would be. And again, just I wanted to make stuff really realistic to what would actually be in a coffee shop. And so although that's like a bathroom product, but it has like stir sticks and stuff, and it kind of looks like it has straws in there. So I felt like it looked like it could be in a coffee shop, so I just snuck it in there. But it fits the theme. It fits with everything else, so it looked good. And oh yeah, I put the I really like how I changed this. I totally forgot I did that. But I put the behind the coffee shop menu or like the coffee menu and the coffee shop sign, I put the brick wall like it was outside to kind of accent that area, same as the outside, to just section it off. So I got this, what did I put next? Oh, I put a speaker, but then I realized later that for it to be a lounge, which I wanted it to be a lounge lot, or like this build was going to be used as a lounge for The Sims, basically. And for it to be a lounge, one of the requirements is to have a like speaker like coming out of the wall that I'll show you in a little bit, not like one of the house speakers that I tried to put in first. So I end up changing that. And for some reason, some of the stuff outside didn't save, so I had to go back and add that stuff, which is kind of frustrating, but I think it's just part of the CCs that I got. Sometimes they glitch, and I knew that going into getting CCs, so I just have to kind of deal with it, and if stuff, goes away, I'll just fix it, or find stuff that's less glitchy, hopefully. But I did want to go outside and add some stuff as well, because I felt like it wasn't completely done, especially because I added the bar last minute in the last build. I needed to add some clutter out there to just make it feel more cohesive. So this bakery like display took me forever to get these lined up, because it's so hard to tell where they're supposed to be, and a lot of times they would look like they got stuck in between a layer, like they were in the shelf and not on top of it, and it ended up working out, but I thought it was going to glitch on me for a while, so yeah. Also, the top stuff isn't really centered, but I tried my best, guys. I really, as you can tell, it takes me forever to do these, but I do end up getting at least a little bit of baked goods on there. That's basically all I did, but I just didn't feel like doing the last row on the bottom. It would just take me too long, so it's, maybe it's like the end of the day at the coffee shop and they ran out of all the baked goods. We'll pretend like that's what I was going for. Oh, wait, no, I did add stuff, didn't I? Okay, so I actually fill it up pretty well. But see how, like, it just looks like it's off, and it's not, and I had to go from so many different angles. But anyways, I really, really like these baked goods, and they just look really realistic, I think, and especially in a coffee shop, a lot of times they have a bakery, or at least some baked goods, so it just felt really fitting for this build. So just kind of playing around with some ideas for more clutter. I thought I was going to have some cake up there, but I felt like it looked good over here, kind of as maybe incentive for, like, I guess to sell more, like near the cash register, they can just look over and see it, like, oh, I'm going to add that to, I'll add a loaf of that pound cake or whatever. And also it just looked good over there with the plants. I didn't like it really on top of the case, the bakery case. I felt like it was too tall, and I think if someone was standing back there, like talking to somebody, it would block the view. So yeah, I changed it, and I like how it looks now. I do really like this plant, like, sculpture, but I couldn't figure out a way to put it on a, like, table and make it look normal. So I end up trying a lot of things, and just putting some plants in that corner, some like standalone plants. Yep, there we go. And I felt like it looked a lot better. And of course, I had to make it a full plant corner, like always. You know me and my plant corners. I feel like if I ever made merch, now this is like a dream of mine. Obviously, I'm nowhere near at the point where I would ever want to or have the funds to make merch. But, you know, as the dreamer I am, if I ever did make merch, I would definitely have like a plant corner lady shirt or something. Because I'm the plant corner lady. That's me. Anyways. So changing some lighting. I do actually like the way those jar lights look, but they felt too country. This is a very boho chic casual vibe, not really a country vibe at all. I just feel like the jar lights just give me that like country kitchen feel that I usually don't do in my builds. So I changed them, but I changed them a little later, so it'll probably take me a while to get there. Also, if you guys can hear any of that background noise, I'm so sorry, but we live next to a really busy street, and there's a really big game today, the Super Bowl, if you guys are football people, and our town is going crazy, so it's very loud out there. So sorry if you guys hear any background noise. But I put this couch in here. I love having couches in coffee shops. Okay, so this is, okay, I did mess up majorly here because I didn't film that whole section that I finished. Like when I finished the first level, I didn't film this last part. So I will go down in a little bit later in the video, and I can kind of show you guys what I did, and there'll be screenshots at the end. So although you missed that whole couch area, it just takes me a while to put the all the pictures up, and I end up changing it anyways. So what I do in the end, when I go back in and add some stuff, I'll explain everything I did then. But so far, right now, I am working on the second floor. So I wanted the second floor to be kind of like, again, there's some more cozy corners. This one's just a little nook in the wall for two people to sit, you know, have some coffee, have a good conversation. It's kind of private. I feel like it's sectioned away from the other side of the second floor, and also the outdoor area has those sliding doors. So I feel like there's a lot of privacy in this coffee shop to have good conversations with people. Obviously, you're going to have people walking by. But again, coffee shops are meant to be just open for people to meet each other. And I feel like this one has really good seating to fit a lot of people, especially with the second floor. It adds a lot of seating, especially, I keep saying especially, and like so much. So just ignore those words at this point. But I wanted there to be a lot of seating on the second floor was my goal and what I was trying to say. So I tried some tables over here. I thought I was going to make some like small tables, but I end up going back to what I did downstairs, which are countertops, so that people can just go up and sit by themselves or with somebody or with a group of people. But it would just give more options for more people being able to use this coffee shop. And also, I did do like the little patio up front, I think, with just two tables and some plants. Really minimal, but again, that's 4 extra seats in this coffee shop, and it's outside, which is really pretty. The front view is beautiful, so yeah, I really like the little patio out front, or not the patio, the balcony out front, I guess. And this was just going to be like a really big table if there was a big group having a study session, or, you know, Bible study group. I don't know what it would be. My mom would always go to a coffee shop with her Bible study group, and they were always like a bigger group. So I felt like this place had to have a large gathering table as well, just in case. And so I tried to play around. I totally forgot I had to add a door here. So I didn't even have a door. I had the tapestry on the wall, and I was like, wait, how are they going to get in there? So this door is the doorway to the apartment upstairs, but also to the office area for the coffee shop. So there's a little bit of that room that is still for the coffee shop. It's all of those, shelves and everything are probably their extra stock, stuff for the bathrooms, cleaning supplies, and then that desk would be like the manager's desk. So if employees had to clock in or ask the manager a question and they were working up there, still close by and accessible, but kind of out of the way from everything in the coffee shop. And it's kind of it's still a private apartment because upstairs there's another door that would be like the locked door to the apartment. So no one even in the office could get into the apartment without obviously living there or having the key. But that's why I kind of wanted to use the bottom of that room for the coffee shop still, since it was still on the second floor. So I added 2 bathrooms, and the doors worked really well because they have the bathroom sign already on them. So I didn't even have to really identify that it was a bathroom. Plus, there's not even a bathroom sign in The Sims, which I tried to find one. I tried to search for one, but there's none. So I'll see if I can find a CC that maybe has like bathrooms this way or something like that. I feel like for community spaces, that would be really cute, like a cute little touch, because a lot of restaurants have like those signs up front that lead you to the bathroom, and especially since the bathrooms are upstairs, I feel like there should be a sign downstairs saying that. But again, I can't really like make one without finding one online, and I just didn't have the time. So the ones on the doors work perfectly, and that's really all it needed. So yeah, but here I am starting on the apartment. I changed this bed a little bit, but the nightstands do stay the same. I really like the nightstands because they're kind of thin. They're not like they're like a rectangle instead of a full square table. So they left more room on the side of the bed for the person to get into bed. And so, yeah, I changed it to a white bedspread, which just goes with the theme. I wanted, like, the bed area to be very sophisticated and just very soothing, almost like a hotel. Same with the bathroom. It's very luxurious. There's that full, like, wall of windows and the jacuzzi tub and that really good shower, especially because, like, the shower also has the view, which I love. But, yeah, I wanted to add a laundry room, which I'm doing here. So I kind of moved the shower over. But just because of how that shower, like the layout of the shower and how it just fits perfectly in the corner, it can fit a lot of places, and it still is like a really good big shower that 2 Sims can fit in very easily. I've used it, like I've played the game with that shower, and it works really well. So definitely recommend that CC. And you can find some of my CCs on my Pinterest account. I have a board with some of the CCs that I download that I find from Pinterest. I post them there, or I like repin them basically. So you can check some of those out. I don't know if that one is even on Pinterest necessarily. But definitely check. I might go and add that just because I really love the shower. It's one of my favorites that I've gotten. And I had the desk over here in this little alcove area. Then I realized, wait, this isn't like just a hotel room, it's an apartment. So it needs to have a kitchen. I kind of forgot about that. So thankfully there was this little space that I could put a kitchen in. And I love that hobby board. I don't think I've used it once. But I decided to put it up here just to add a little bit more clutter on the wall over the desk and everything. But I add some... Oh, yeah, so that little, like, countertop oven thingy is so cute. But I go back and add an actual oven and don't even take that one away. So we'll just pretend that's like a toaster oven, which it does look like one, so it'll be okay. But they have double the oven capacity in this apartment, so maybe they're a chef. I don't know. Or maybe they're both chefs and they both need an oven to cook. I don't know. We'll pretend. But yeah, I'm just adding some pictures here. There's the washer and dryer, and then I add a countertop next to it. I didn't know what lighting to put because the light I had up like on the ceiling was so bright, because I already have lights over there, and I don't like when it's like so bright that everything turns like this like yellowish white color. So I changed it to just some candles, and that seemed to work well. And then the closet, I just kind of put my favorite closet solution, the modular closet. I guess they're like wall hangings or shelves, but I just love them. I think they look so sleek, and it just overall saves space because you get a dresser, hanging space, and then shoe storage all in one, and it just takes up a small amount of room on your wall. So here, okay, you can kind of see the downstairs area. I added those little coves, so those chairs, and some like ottomans and tables so that they can put their drink down, put their feet up. I felt like people who were just coming to be by themselves and like read would love those corners. Me as a cozy corner lover, those would be where I would be in the coffee shop. So my favorite parts would definitely be those little, just, I don't know. The only word I can think of is cozy, so I'm just going to say it again. The cozy corners. Love them. But I also forgot to add a TV, so I went back and added a TV. I felt like if I just bumped that wall out, it would be perfect to be right in front of the bed, kind of as like a studio apartment. There's not a couch, but again, if someone's working in the coffee shop, there's like room down there to just chill if they wanted to. And there's more than enough room in that apartment, really. So yeah. And so in my last, or like part 1 of this video, the exterior, I told you guys I was going to change a few things outside back to what I had originally. So here I am adding the sign and the plant. Like I said, I just really couldn't see the build without them. After I took them away, I was like, why did I even do that? So I had to go back and change it. And just changing a few of the stuff on the counters. Like I wanted this, I didn't want there to be 2 of the same coffee makers. I felt like they needed like 2 different ones, maybe for different drinks or just like a better version of one. I don't really know. But I felt like it looked better. Give more depth to the counter. Have it not as matchy, I guess. So here I add kind of like what I added outside as the like, I want to say like the best word for it would be like condiment counter, but not really condiments. All the stuff that you put in your drink, the syrups and like the sugar and everything was over there. And it was right next, and it's right next to the counter where you pick up your drinks and get water. So it was the perfect spot. The reason I didn't put it in earlier, I put it in when I went back in. So at this point in time, this was a few days later after I went in and added some stuff, changed some stuff, had a fresh mind on it. So I changed that love seat to be blue because the accent color's blue. I tried for the life of me to find a blanket that worked on this couch, but none of them did, so kind of sad about that, but the pillows look good, so it was all right. So I just felt like this room needed some more clutter, added some plants, some desk supplies, some, journals, coffee mug, to make it look more lived in, I guess. I mean, obviously people aren't living in this coffee shop, but I wanted it to feel like there were people, just recently there, or some Sims were just like chilling there. So I don't know why there's a pause here, but oh, there I go. Okay. So I add some different stuff to this wall, but not like overkill. I didn't want to just clutter everything up because I'm pretty minimalist when it comes to decorations. Even though I tried to go back in and add more stuff, it still isn't like a lot. So don't expect me to like clutter everything. I kind of keep most of the stuff pretty minimal. Like all of my other builds have been, because that's just how I am. That's how my house is. I really don't see it any other way. Especially because I have OCD. That's the main reason why everything for me is so minimal, is I just can't deal with clutter, even at my own house. Like I'm always cleaning and organizing. So it's not even just like my build style. It's just how my brain works. So yeah, that's basically a rundown on why my builds are less clutter than some other people's. But I feel like at the same time, a lot of people build like me as well. So it's not out of the ordinary. I just know some of the people that I watch definitely clutter their builds more than mine. But they make it look so effortless and good. Like, I don't know how they do it, because whenever I try to clutter my rooms up with more than I usually do, they just turn out looking really bad. So props to anybody who can clutter well in The Sims. That is a very hard skill to have, and I applaud you. And I will get there one day. I am working on it. So, always a work in progress, always, try my best, but also I want to stick true to who I am. So I'm not going to do it just because other people do it. I like having original content, stuff that, I personally enjoy, because at the end of the day, I'm the one building them, and I feel like there's definitely an audience out there for people who will like my content. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. Yeah. But I really love how this coffee shop turned out, especially. I do go in and add some cat stuff to this apartment just in case they had a cat. So I found this really cool CC set, and it had that feeder with that little cocoon bed next to the desk, which I just love. The cat actually, like, when they lay in it, they kind of like lay on their backs with their belly up and kind of like have their head sticking out, and it's so cute. But that one's probably my new favorite pet bed for sure. So see, this is when I add the oven, but I didn't take away the toaster oven. So I don't really know what I was thinking. I wasn't, obviously. But like I said earlier, the lighting was like way too much in that corner. So I had to change it to just one light. Even though there's still like that really bright spot in the corner, it had to have some lighting. So I kept the one. And I was trying to find a rug that I liked for in front of the mirror, but I ended up actually just using a food mat, which I've done a few times for like really small rugs. Honestly, it works really well, and they have good colors in that mat, so I like using them as like a fake rug. But yeah, so I'm just kind of adding some finishing touches. As you can see, we're getting close to the end of this video. So the screenshots will be coming up soon of the build, but that'll just kind of showcase each room and just give you a little bit better perception of what it would look like if you were in the build. I love adding screenshots to the end, and I will be posting some of these screenshots to my Instagram as well, so definitely make sure to follow me there. It's Madziasims, same as my YouTube name. But I hope you guys really like this build. I love how it ended up turning out, and I feel like the screenshots came out really well, better than the other videos. I've been trying to work on my screenshots, and I feel like it paid off this time. I feel like I got the right angles. So hopefully you guys like this video. I will be back with another video soon. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. I still have to brainstorm some ideas. But I wanted to get this one out today just so I could complete this series. So the coffee shop is now completely done and ready to be used. I'm going to have to check it out with one of my Sims in this world, because since I changed it to a lounge, I'm hoping that I can invite friends over here and we can use it as an actual coffee shop and maybe hire a pianist outside, get a drink at the bar. I feel like that would be really fun. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and definitely like this video. Subscribe for more content. I will be back soon with another video. And I hope you all have a great week. So enjoy the rest of these screenshots, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.